Hi everyone! I just wanted to make a quick video today to show you some tips and tricks that you can incorporate around your home to promote independence with your young toddler. Let's get started. One of the things that I love to do is to make sensory bins. I organize mine by season, but you can organize yours any way that you like. But I love getting these little bins that you can easily store in the closet, and you can put either 1 or 2 seasons depending on what you have saved. I have some winter items in this bag and some Valentine's Day items in this bag, and I just neatly tuck them away and put them in the closet for next season. There are some things that I keep in these bins and some things I don't. So usually I would add pom-poms to these. I had cookie cutters added into these, measuring cups, etc. Those are things that I put back into my own kitchen or put back in another bin for the pom-poms we use for many activities. But then the main things that we only need for the sensory bins will go in here. Like this, we just put away Easter stuff. Took us a little while to get rid of it because we were enjoying it so much. So we have some big Easter eggs here and these little spinny animals over here. We have a lot of other Easter eggs, but they're in a different bin. And then some filler that we use for a few different activities. And I can just neatly tuck it away for next year. For more sensory bin ideas, head over to our blog. But now let's get started on some other ways to promote independence around your house. Okay guys, so one of the things that I absolutely love is Cubie shelves. They are a great way to have your toys displayed so where your child can just go and grab and find what they want. It's also a great way to keep everything organized and looking nice. Alright, I love Cubie shelves. The reason is everything is open and easily accessible to young kids, but they can easily turn into just as bad as a toy box. I'm not saying toy boxes are evil, but I'm sure you all know if you've used a toy box, things just get thrown in there. Even if you try to organize with different boxes, it just never ends up looking the same. One of the things that can happen with a Cubie shelf is using these bins has the same issue. Everything just gets piled in. Don't get me wrong. I'm sure when you looked at my shelf, you noticed I have 4 of them on there. I love them for certain things and other things not. So I would ask you to try and not use too many of these bins and to go for more bins like this. They're open, the kids can easily see what's in them and what they want to grab out, and that way they're not taking these and just dumping them on the floor. Now there are a few things that I love using these for. We have magnet blocks in one of them, we have big chunky cars for the little people in one of them, and then we have some random lovey toys and certain things like that that go in one of them. So they are organized and they're separated out to where if you dump something out, you know what's in it, but we don't have as many so that there's not as big of a mess. These I love because they're open. But one more thing that you can do with these is you can put pictures of what goes in them to help the kids know what needs to go in what bin when they clean up. Also, you can put the words on them to help them learn to recognize that words have meaning. My daughter is almost 2, so we do not have words on ours, we just have the pictures. And it has been a huge help. We have the Barbies labeled, the music toys labeled, the babies labeled, and our little people labeled. Like I said, the bin directly under the little people is for the cars and little doodads that aren't in this bin. Other bins that we have still need pictures on them. We have some of these same type of bins for some other activities that are over here. But the pictures are definitely a huge help, especially when they're just learning to help you clean up. You can incorporate a lot of these things that we're talking about today at about 12 months of age, but they're really going to help more about 18 months of age. Okay, next we're going to move to independent snacking. I'm going to show pictures instead of videos just so I'm not holding my fridge open and we can just walk through everything. So my daughter, we did baby-led weaning at 6 months. So she's very much into grabbing her own food, knowing what she wants to eat, knowing what she wants to snack on. So we have the bottom shelf on the fridge that is all hers. We have a little bin from the dollar store in it that usually has cheese sticks in it. And then we usually have applesauce, fruit cups, juice boxes, etc. on that bottom shelf. So she does need help opening our fridge. She does ask. I walk her through using a 3-word sentence or more, depending on what we're doing. And she can just, after somebody opens the fridge for her, she can just go and pick out a snack. Now, we have a cabinet on the opposite side of the kitchen that she can open the doors to. She can go to pretty much the first 3 shelves, I would say, but because we have a section just for her, she doesn't even bother touching the other stuff, which is so nice because I don't have to worry about everything winding up on the floor. So we have 2 bins in there. I usually have snacks separated. I'll have the excess of the applesauce cups and fruit cups, and then dried fruit, and then I'll have more of like the snacky snacks like goldfish, pretzels. I'm trying to think what else is in there. Sometimes we have yogurt covered raisins because she doesn't like regular raisins, but those are a hit or miss, so we don't always have them in there. Crackers, certain things like that. Now you'll notice, probably by the pictures, I don't know which ones I'm putting on here, but I always take the individual snack bags and I divvy up the snacks. One, it helps keep the snacks fresh, especially if you're buying dried fruit. It usually comes in a big bag. The other thing is she can grab it and take it to the stroller, take it to her little table, take it in the car, and she does know how to open a Ziploc bag, and that way I know that she's not going to take a whole, container full of snacks. But it's also that she doesn't take that bag of snacks and bring it to me as much anymore to then go dump it in a bowl or put it on a plate. She can go and open it and sit it down and eat a few pieces, go play, go back and eat a few pieces, and it's not a big deal. So I love having a snack shelf for her where she can just go and pick out something throughout the day. Another idea for in the kitchen is to have your child's silverware, plates, cups, etc. at their level. This way they can help you with putting away their dishes, and it can also help them to set up their area at meal times. It can get a bit disorganized, but it's well worth it and easy to reorganize as needed. Alright guys, this video is almost over. I told you it was going to be short, but a couple more things that I wanted to talk about. One is this little tool right here. Letting your child help you out with mealtime is great. It helps your picky eaters be more willing to try things because they helped you make them. Say, Mommy woke me up. Mommy woke me up. I love it. I would definitely say don't let your child play with it by themselves. But this little tool isn't that sharp. It helps her. She can cut. Don't do what I just did. It helps her. She's cut up bananas independently, other fruits independently. I've helped her cut harder things like cucumbers. She helps me with making breakfast and dinner. And it's actually helped with her being less picky. I wouldn't necessarily say she's picky. We started baby-led weaning at about 6 months, and she would eat absolutely everything. Now she definitely has more of her favorites and things that she's like, I'll eat like a piece or just leave it there because that's not my favorite. Another great idea that we started that I want to sneak in here real fast is hanging some of her puzzles up on the wall. It helps her with being able to manipulate them a little bit better. And it also helps me with having a little bit less of the mess with puzzle pieces everywhere. What I used was Velcro sticky dots and some magnet strips that I cut up. It's actually a really neat idea and she's loved it so far.